This is Jolis Wakora Kasongo, a 26-year-old Congolese refugee living in Zambia, a Kampala suburb. Kasongo fled from the Democratic Republic of Congo in 2008 to Kampala after the alleged murder of his parents by unidentified Congo government officials. Though upon reaching Kampala, Kasongo thought he was in a safe haven, a group of armed men who believes are behind the murder of his parents trailed him in Uganda.
I was moving around in the area, and I felt the knife, someone pointed the knife into my back. So I was so weird because I didn't know what exactly happened. And this person told me, please don't shout, don't make a noise, because if you do, we are going to kill you. So I didn't have any choice at the times.
But Kasongo now tells a sad story, regretting the damn men who were interested in accessing his late father's wealth chose to instead sodomize him and his sister as a means of punishment.
3 of 6 people, 6 men, they came. I was tired, and then they came and they raped through the honors. When they finished, they told me, please, you know what, you go.
Life got even worse for Kasongo. He could not accept reality, and at one time he decided to commit suicide.
That was the day when I reached and I had to my life. I even cursed the days of my birth, I said, no, please, this is now very bad things. I was feeling myself like I don't have any means to live again in this world,
Jolis Kasongo's story is not any different from Stephen Chigoma, also a Congolese refugee who has been living in Kaboa since 2010. Chigoma, a father of 2, says he was raped by soldiers who could not differentiate in 2010 during tribal conflicts in eastern DRC, leaving him in pain.
It's painful. Most of the time I don't like talk of it because giving me the refreshment, the reminds, the remarks of what it brought to me in my life, how it became so twisted, so tied up, and I almost lose my life. They used me, having sex with me.
Amid all the pain from being sodomized by a gang, Chigoma says his wife divorced him on learning that her husband was sexually abused.
I'd sit down, talk of this, what's the problem. She told me she couldn't manage to be with a male survivor, and I had to find someone to live with.
The Uganda Refugee Law Project that caters for such cases says sexual violence against men is on the rise in the country, as they have registered over 200 cases this month. David Onen is Uganda Refugee Law Project Programs Officer in charge of gender and sexual abuse, who says the number is worrying compared to 1,200 cases in 2013.
Others would report having been sexually harassed, others being made to have sex with non-living persons, even dead bodies, others being forced to have sex with objects like plants, like trees, like the ground. Others went through sexualized torture when somebody ties your genitals and then they weigh it down on a half brick or a full brick.
They say the figures are likely to increase, blaming it on lack of stringent laws that can be used to criminalize the perpetrators.
So it is all about use of rape or sexual violence as a weapon of war. It's about dehumanizing people, causing them to go through a lot of pain, and others has something to do with ethnicity tension. This ethnic group would go on doing the other thing to the other ethnic groups.
We victims, we are struggling and we are dying, because I can tell you that many people in our associations that have committed suicide and died. That's a problem. That's a result because of the government.
To date, government and civil society organizations are only advocating for women's rights, sidelining male sexual harassment, a trend that the Uganda Refugee Law Project says should change since violence against men is on the rise, as even the existing laws lack legal teeth. You as a survivor, what do you want government to do in this process where men are, till today, are afraid of coming out to say, hey, I was sexually abused, unlike women?
Being a victim, it doesn't change your identity. When we always going to these service providers, like going to police and report to the authorities, they always say, we gay. So it means that they're not understanding what a gay means and a victim means. So they need more training.
Shamin Batalwo, WBS News.